Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are outside doing like a mini mukbang and just kind of something that we can all catch up together. I know it's been a long time since we've kind of sat, had a snack, and caught up, so that's what we're doing here today. I stopped by Grind Coffee here in Edinburgh, Texas. It's like a local coffee shop, and this is a applewood smoked latte. So we're gonna try this out for the first time. So technically not first bite, but first sip. So cheers. Oh, okay. At first I had like a strange taste, like almost like, well, the smokiness, right? But just something not as sweet. It doesn't have a lot of sweetness. It's all right. It's not my favorite. I have like my more sweeter things that I like to drink, but it's all good. And I also have what's called a cowboy cookie, according to them. It's a chunky cookie. Check this out. It's got walnuts, pecans, coconut, and like chocolate chunks. This boy is thick. I'm excited to try this out. So this we can do first bite. I'm gonna take like a thumbnail. Okay, here we go. First bite. First impression, it gives off like the oatmeal cookie taste, like that batter. It's not like pure, if you would just have like a chocolate chip batter. Oh, the chocolate chunk, that hits. It tastes so good. I like this. So I'm gonna take my time with it because I will gobble it up. So guys, what's up? What's new? Oh yeah, I got my haircut today. It's been, I don't know how long it's been since I've gotten a haircut. My hair was just really long, like almost down to my butt, but I don't know, I just feel so much better now, so much more healthier. And I haven't seen my dark hair, my natural hair, only on myself in a really long time. I went through a couple of phases of dyeing my hair, like really bright cherry red, if you guys have been following me around that long. Then I did like purple, and then I went like blonde with some highlights and stuff. And I was debating of coloring my hair again, but I was like, no, I'm just gonna keep it like this for now. And I feel really good. I'm just not used to just running my fingers through it and then it just stops. Okay, it's getting better. It's all right. Maybe I just don't care for that smoked taste. I know it's been a little quiet on my channel. I've been just kind of going through a phase of not being very creative, or I've just been kind of burnt out, I guess. I don't know, it's just been kind of like a weird season. I haven't been really inspired, and normally what inspires me is like going to like a lot of events or like concerts, which I've missed out on a couple of concerts. It just hasn't worked out with my schedule. So I didn't get to see Hailstorm. Also was not like a great venue and the time of year, you know, for that show. Dayseeker, also I missed their headline tour. Also it was a venue issue and timing with my schedule. Sisters of Mercy, which I really wanted to go see them again. That was just purely logistics. And it's just like a long drive from South Texas, like going to like Austin and Houston, and it's not like really convenient. It'd be great if we can get some of these big acts down here in South Texas, but it's not a thing for us, unfortunately. I mean, the area just does not, we don't sell rock tickets that well, unfortunately. But with Sisters of Mercy, I had like an online friend who also went to see them, so I got to hear like the feedback that they had and the great time they had, so I was really happy for them. I also considered going to see Metallica. I like the coconut. You gotta appreciate a soft cookie. I have like a preference for softer cookies. But with Metallica, you know, I wanted to go see them because, you know, it's Metallica, right? You can't like miss out, and who knows how long they're going to be continuing to play. But I was very concerned about dynamic pricing, the price surging, and the venue. It was a venue in Houston, one of the biggest ones I had ever seen that I would have potentially gone to go see a show at. And their prices were just ridiculous for some of the packages they were offering, which I guess could be worth it. I mean, their setup now is they're in the middle of this rotating thing. I think it rotates, a rotating stage. People can be in the middle of that rotating stage, on the outside, and then obviously the bowl. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and see what the options are. So on the lower, I was never planning to be in GA or in the snake pit. Like, there's just no way. So on the lower bowl, it was upwards of like, maybe, I might be wrong, maybe 140 to 180 a pop. And then as you get higher and higher, it gets cheaper, obviously. So the very top level, the nosebleeds, was like $88. And I'm like, how am I gonna be, what's the view like that? I know they've got like big towers and screens and stuff, but I didn't know if it was gonna be worth it. Tried looking at some footage from like a football game at that level in that stadium. I don't think I was gonna enjoy it. I like Metallica. I don't love Metallica, so I didn't see it was worth it to buy tickets for that show, unfortunately. So it's just like, you know, that's like pulling teeth, like with the money thing and then Ticketmaster and Live Nation. It's just kind of, you have to really think about these things now. I'm gonna try to do like a breaking shot so you can see. I don't know if that'd be cool. Sweet. Okay, it didn't break down the middle like I wanted, but it's getting stuck. I like this cookie. I really appreciate how thick it is. I love that chocolate. Now, let's say of Ghost. I know there was rumored like some months ago that they were planning an arena tour for next year. If they ended up in that kind of a venue, what would I be willing to pay? Because I love Ghost, obviously. I don't think I would be willing to spend $200 or more per seat. I think it's a lot of money, and that's not even including fees. You know, you have to consider that too. They charge like exorbitant fees. It's not just the in-demand pricing, it's the other stuff. So I don't know. And then I had always said, if Ghost tours again, I'm going to try to get floor and barrier, but I'm also at a point in my life, I just don't want to stand around and hurt for hours and hours and fight people to be in line for a barrier. Smaller bands that I really love that go to smaller venues, I can kind of get away with it. Like the first time I saw, well, not that Sisters of Mercy is small by any means, but it was like a smaller venue in that section, so I was able to get barrier relatively easy, and I didn't get in line like super early. Plus, I noticed that certain people at certain shows, they have different priorities. Like when they're in line, some go to the barrier, some head immediately to the bar or to the merch table. And then there's people like us that we go immediately to the barrier. So another concert I had passed on, missed, was Casey Musgraves. I love Casey Musgraves, but she was in these arenas, which I've been following the subreddit for Casey Musgraves, and the Canada shows have been canceled. Certain shows have not been selling as much as I guess people thought. And it's like her sound she has a great like, media and concepts and stuff for her shows, but I think her sound is too small to warrant that big of a stadium and that type of show. I would have preferred to seen her in an amphitheater, and then the prices wouldn't have been exorbitantly high. But I don't know, just my like 2 cents with all this stuff. What do you guys think? Have you gone to see any shows lately? What was your experience with Ticketmaster? Have you gone to see Metallica? Is that something that's been on your radar? Finally gonna get into these pecans. I have to say, I think the cookie is better than this coffee. so gooey. Lately, I've been into a couple of podcasts. I don't know if you guys have seen, if you've been following me, I've been on my friend Jillian's podcast, Into the Catacombs. She does a lot of horror-themed episodes and tying it into Ghost. So that's been really fun. I've also been into the Diamond Black podcast, the Diamond Cast, from one of my favorite bands, Diamond Black. That's been really interesting to follow along with, how they've been having different topics. And recently, they were talking about the use of AI in the music industry. So that was a real interesting episode to watch if you want to see or hear from the perspective of musicians and how they feel about it. I totally recommend it. Maybe I'll link it down below. But yeah, it's been such a nice experience having them get involved with the fans in this way. And it just generates views, it generates traffic to their music, which is awesome. So that's what I've been kind of into lately. I was kind of worried I wasn't going to be able to do this because it's been like raining off and on, which thankful for the rain, right? South Texas has not experienced its fall yet, but it's starting to kind of feel like, oh, it's spooky weather and it's raining and stuff. So yeah, I'm glad it's happening now. Ooh, we're almost at the last bite, guys. Ooh, I dropped a coconut. There's like the chocolate just keeps getting stuck on the roof of my mouth. So at Grind, they also had like a small banana bread, a regular chocolate chip cookie, and a vegan blueberry scone. I think that was what it was. I debated about that one or this one, but I was like, I'm really in the mood for like this chunky cookie, so that's what I got. Okay, we're down to, can I do the last bite? You know, guys, I always struggle with the last bite. I was like, I'm gonna do a big bite, and then I can't do it, even though it's like a small piece. But this is like the last bit of it. No. I keep trying to talk, but it's stuck. I recommend that cookie, guys. It was a cowboy cookie from Grind Coffee. I wasn't too impressed with the coffee. I feel like a lot of local coffee spots, or maybe I'm just not a coffee snob, I don't know. Feels like people don't know how to make the coffee, or it's just like overly priced a lot of the times. Like there's this one place I used to love to go to, but the last time I went, I asked for some kind of latte, right? And it was basically milk, hot milk or whatever. And I was like, this is not good. But yeah, other than trying to get like back into the creative swing of things, I've made some new friends recently, so I've been doing pretty good in that department. For a while, I was kind of struggling with, you know, I don't know, transitioning in this 30 age bracket and learning about other types of friendships and things. But I've been doing pretty good. I feel satisfied now. For a long time, I was like having this self-made crisis, this yearning for like friendships, but doing pretty good. And I've gotten a lot closer to my online friendships, so that feels really special. I don't know, I'm just counting my blessings when it comes to that stuff, because it's better to have the quality than the quantity. Like I was used to, for a long time in my, you know, early 20s, like out of high school, having like this core clique of people in my life. And you know, stuff happens, things happen, and people change, people move on, and I get real attached or I get too involved with people. So I don't know, it was kind of like a jerky transition for a while. It's kind of depressing, but I think I'm in a better spot, and I feel good about that. I think I'm going to maybe like take a walk. It's really nice. It stopped raining. It was drizzling for like a second. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me in today's mini mukbang. Let me know down in the comments anything you've got going on. If there's something you want to say about the Metallica Live Nation concert situation, let me know. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye!